tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey guys,
Yes.
It's time to meet the AFTERBUZZ TV Muppets show. Let's light the green lights. Let's make some music on the Muppets After Show tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host for the Muppets, Zach Wilson. You can tweet at me at @ZachWilson. Now let me introduce you to my fantastic panel tonight. On the other side of the table, Alexis Torres is joining us this week.
Hey everybody, you can find me all over social media as atorres890.
And Steve Kaufmann.
You guys can find me at Steve Kaufmann. That's KAUFMANN. Please feel free to use hashtag ABTVMuppets.
Katie Cullen and Autumn Chickles will be joining us in the future. Couldn't join us tonight due to all the rescheduling shuffle that we did. It's almost like actually I could see it being like a dance.
The
reschedule shuffle.
The reschedule shuffle.
All right. Oh, this music's making me so happy. Guys, the Muppets are on our television again. The Muppets are back on TV. We got one episode in, Pigs. Pig girls don't cry. Because pig girls don't cry.
I was definitely crying because I am still in denial that Miss Piggy and Kermit are not together. That is not, I can't do it. It's weird.
Is anyone else kind of okay with this?
With Kermit and Piggy broken up?
Kermit and Piggy broken up.
I'm
Not only
not.
does it give us more interesting places to go story-wise, but, like, she kind of bullied him.
No, I understand that I'm happy that he could be potentially in a healthier relationship, but you grew up with, it was Miss Piggy and Kermit. It's weird to me, but at the same time, Miss Piggy, you're kind of mean.
But
like, all the time. Like,
Yeah.
Very
all the
mean.
time.
I mean, here's the thing. That kind of, like, terribleness in life is just great for comedy.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
Tragedy plus time.
pretty much.
I mean, it was fun. I liked Miss Piggy. Before we get into their storyline, I want to know from you guys. Did you have any favorite jokes or moments from tonight's episode?
Well, I have to pick one.
Yeah. I'll just pick one arbitrarily. If you post up on Craigslist, you're a passionate bear looking for love. You get a lot of responses.
A lot of wrong responses.
man.
Not wrong.
Not wrong.
Just
wrong for me.
I guess mine would be where I guess that drum is the way to get out of here. So I always like that.
Anything Statler and Waldorf, I'm in.
Oh, always a
Yeah.
favorite.
We'll talk more. I'll have more to say about Statler and Waldorf later. So I think my favorite line from this episode, just because I want to like say it all the time.
Uh-oh.
My life is a bacon wrapped
Yes,
hell
I
on
wrote that
earth.
down. You can't say hell.
Can't say help.
I love Sam the Eagle being standards and practices.
But it makes sense. It makes so much sense.
I kind of want this show to have been on Fox, only so he can be on Fox News.
Oh my god.
Sam
Well,
the
there's
Eagle-
nothing stopping him. That's
true.
If anyone can make that kind of cross promotion happen, it's the Muppets.
I mean, like
Internet.
before we get into all the topics that I had discussed,
Yes.
I actually want to talk about this. So like this is the format that we got. Like the original Muppet Show was the variety show.
Yes.
Mainly, it
Yeah.
was a variety show. Now we've got this behind the scenes
30 Rock.
pseudo office. Like, well, 30 Rock. The funny thing with that was like this is just like the Muppets, and now it's like going backwards.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Yeah.
but like 30 Rock was like the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Yeah.
It's like it's the best people know who to steal from.
Yeah.
In the nicest way possible. I'm not saying people are being unoriginality's bad. I'm saying that
yeah,
you recreate from the best things.
only 6
and
stories.
They're only 6.
But what we've got is this behind the scenes, like it's like The Office where they're doing the interstitials and they call it out. I think like when they you could sort of hear when they pitched it, like what if we did like the executive, what if we did like behind the scenes style, and they're like that's so just done.
Yeah.
Like but it's the Muppets and we haven't done that. All right.
Well, let's shoot 10 minutes and see. And then they shoot 10 minutes and the 10 minutes are amazing.
It's the Muppets. How could it not be?
It's always going to be amazing.
But so we come in on Miss Piggy and Kermit broken up, as we started to talk about.
It hurts my soul.
I love it. I think it's just great fodder for comedy. I'm not as sure about Denise.
You mean D-Nice? D-Nice? I don't know how I feel about her either.
Are we
I don't
going
like
by
her southern
D-Nice?
accent. I'm gonna call her D-Nice.
Well, I think it's hilarious that he's dating another pig.
Well, I mean, what can you say?
I think Nathan Fillion said it in one of the things. Oh, he's got a type.
Oh no, that was
that was
Ken. That was Ken.
It was Ken Jeong.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of the.
There's a lot of
There's
celebrities.
so
it's hard
many.
To keep
if you
track.
guys haven't seen all of the like
promos.
promos that
Oh,
ABC,
man.
they're just a show in
So
itself.
good.
Just the promos for this.
I can watch that every day, all day.
So the storyline of this was setting up that they broke up.
Yeah.
They broke up because Miss Piggy she'd gotten too wrapped up in the celebrity,
Classic Miss Piggy.
It's classic Miss Piggy. But let's get real for a moment. When you live in that Twitter world, that
True.
Instagram, that Twitter
It could
world,
never
like
end.
you because I have friends that are there are two versions sort of.
Yeah.
There's the version that's online on social media, and there's the version that you know. Sometimes they're the same people. Like I have some friends where it really is just the same person.
Right.
But when does it stop? When do you shut it off, or can you?
But like think about the kind, like if you have 1 million, 2 million followers on Twitter, like that usually, if you look at the notifications or mentions of someone with that much clout in the social media world, that's like 8 to 15 tweets a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine handling that?
Nope.
I mean,
And being as self-obsessed as Miss Piggy?
Yeah.
To like look, oh, this person loves me, this person loves me. What? Like it would be.
That was wonderful. I loved that.
I will do more.
Yeah, no, I feel like, but also I think she just kind of, not to be, playing on the whole Hunger Game promo thing that she did, but like she feeds off of just, the attention. She loves that. So
Yeah.
I feel like she would be okay with that. But I can see that Kermit is the complete opposite.
Twitter was a thing built for Miss Piggy.
Yeah,
It really
completely.
was.
Yeah.
It's the instant gratification. So it makes sense that it would
Yeah.
break them up. But
I'm just proud of Kermit that he was the one who was just like, I can't do this anymore. And
Yeah.
I was like, what?
but so here's a question
Uh-oh.
that I'm still a little unsure of, because people have like told me different things now. They were married, right?
Okay, see, okay.
Our chat is.
I want to bring this up that I can't remember, don't kill me, people, that I don't remember which Muppet movie it was, but there was a time where
Muppets Most Wanted.
Yeah, okay.
They got married.
They got married.
The last
The most
movie.
recent movie.
Yeah, so they got married, and then we never talked about it ever again.
And I thought the whole thing was that they got divorced, and then the show happens, but they didn't treat it like it was a divorce in the show.
Was a breakup.
It was
I
just
feel like the 10-minute presentation that's on YouTube treated it more like a divorce.
I would have to look at.
I wonder
find
if
it.
they thought it would be too heavy.
That is a heavy topic.
Yeah.
And unnecessary,
But-
because we just want to see them separated. It's one of those shows where the canon's not incredibly necessary.
Okay, well, not to go too far into the future of this season, but do you guys see that they're gonna get back together, or is it just gonna stay like this?
I
have to ask. I have to do it.
I want it to stay like this, but I know TV too well.
I think we're gonna see them like stay like this for a little while. There's gonna be a drunken hookup or something,
That would be awesome.
and then a fallout with Denise, but they're not gonna get back together
Wait a minute.
this season.
Okay, all right, I'll take it.
That's my.
That's a great
it's a little
prediction.
early for
I'm sorry,
predictions,
I had to
but
ask. The question's just always been in my mind.
No,
and they need to
no.
get back together.
it's fine. But so we get Denise, the new pig in Kermit's life.
I think
She
she's
runs
pretty.
marketing for the network. She's very pretty. They gave her much more like effeminate features.
Yeah.
made her sort of smaller.
She's
than Miss
she's
Piggy.
like the girl next door or pig next door.
Yeah.
Kind of look. She wears I think she wears glasses when she's reading.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have any makeup on because we all know Miss Piggy has to have like that heavy eyeshadow. And then, she's just a hometown pig. That sounds so terrible.
What can I say? I'm attracted to pigs.
There you go.
Also, Julianne, I'm going to butcher this last name, Boucher, is the performer who is Denise.
Oh, okay.
That's worth mentioning. Mention all the people.
Would we know her? Would we know her from anything, or is she just she's a
performer.
Muppeteer?
She's a
Yeah,
Muppeteer,
she's a Muppeteer.
yes.
Okay,
She's the
cool.
Muppeteer who's strictly Denise in this episode.
Okay, gotcha.
Blue 69B said Muppets Take Manhattan. They kind of got married. I think that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah, but they also, at the end of Muppets Most Wanted, but I think what we're establishing is that they get married and then they don't. Like, they get married and we kind of drop it. Like, that's a common trope.
Yeah, this couple is the Hollywood it couple that get back together and break up and then get back together and break up.
Yeah.
That's just how that works.
That's Kermit and Piggy.
Yeah,
that's
been them forever.
It's their thing.
Oh, Potess 704 thinks Denise looks weird. Hey, I'm just saying.
I was a little thrown. The accent threw me a little bit.
Yeah, because she hasn't talked until the episode, so I didn't realize that she was. What?
And G1X Rider 13 says the movie isn't reality for the Muppets. When doing interviews, the Muppets Most Wanted is just a film they made while they were only dating.
Man, there's so much stuff.
So you could say that
so many interviews.
you could say that, like, at least the most recent movies, the Jason Segel and the Tina Fey movie, were things that the people we're watching now on ABC appeared in, and that everything that happened in those movies were fictional.
Okay.
It gets meta real quick, guys.
Yeah,
because that means
super. Even for Muppets, that's
I was like,
pretty
that's-
damn meta.
in the canon that may be established is that this is a reality show
Right.
looking at the Muppets, who were the stars of fictional movies that
Okay.
we've watched.
And like the original Muppet movie is the retelling of their tale
Yes.
of how they came to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now it's all starting to. Okay.
I get it
this.
now.
I
totally get it now. I'm
Muppet,
on board.
Muppet creators and Muppet creators, if you're watching us and we're wrong, just go with it, man.
Yeah, just
we don't
don't
want to
worry
be
about it.
confused again.
It's okay.
We figured it out.
We figured it out for now.
For now.
But one thing that we haven't figured out, or a lot of people haven't figured out, the big question that I've heard a lot of people ask, is this a kid show or an adult show?
I think
it's a family show.
It's a PG show.
Yeah, it's for everybody.
it's no more adult than Modern Family or Blackish or Bringing Down the House, Taking Down the...
I think you're right. Bringing Down the House.
Like,
think
it's
so.
no more adult than those shows that are on ABC.
Yes.
Those half-hour family comedies.
But I would say that it is more an adult show. It's an adult show that kids can watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. People were surprised. A lot of people were surprised at the sort of racy humor of this. Like, it's very subtle. It's the kind of jokes that a little kid wouldn't understand, like the bear joke.
Yeah.
The kid doesn't
So
understand
great.
that.
Or
But that's what's perfect.
It was like cross promoting, like that whole thing. No, I mean, I was thinking of it like we all grew up in the 90s. Like 90s cartoons were always throwing subtle adult humor. I don't know what I was watching. I don't know if it was Shrek or something along those lines. And I was just like, wow, there's a lot of adult jokes in this movie, and it's mostly supposed to be targeted
Probably
for
Shrek.
kids.
Just-
It's probably Shrek. I think I'm just gonna say
Just
that one.
Donkey and Shrek.
Yeah.
I don't understand how any child can relate to what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because it should be over a child's head.
Yeah.
But this show, as it's always been, it's been for everyone. The Muppet Show is for everyone.
Yeah.
And starting with the Jason Segel movies, which you would consider kind of the reboot of the Muppets in the mainstream again, it's not just for children who would like the Muppets. It's for adults who were children at the time of the
Yes.
Muppets. And the Muppets
Yeah.
are timeless enough that we can just move forward.
Yeah. But, like, there's stuff like, as Mr. Goku Jr. points out in the chat, one of the band members is an alcoholic.
Yes.
Yep.
And they didn't hide it.
No,
No.
he like crawled out from under the table. A
Hey.
meeting. Hi, my name. No, not that good.
Meeting.
So good.
They're being correct by assuming an alcoholic.
Yeah.
It could have been.
I mean, it could have been worse.
Way worse.
It could be NA, not AA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
And now clean that up.
I love the there's so much inside baseball for TV, which
Yeah.
like for me is like I get it. I wonder if like any of it I'm sure a lot of it flew over people's heads.
Yeah.
But like who are not like as intimately familiar with it. But it's great, and I'm enjoying everything about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Everything from like they have like at the staff meeting, the broadcast standards notes. When Gonzo is pitching Kermit, it's like, we only got one note, you guys. I know that feel, Gonzo.
So if you're
I laughed. I really liked it.
So if
Dancing
you're one
with the
note,
Czars.
that was a good.
That's
a good sketch. I don't know why they're not doing that. Also, it was on Wikipedia, so it could be dead wrong. But Wikipedia is claiming that Up Late with Piggy is on the ABC network, and it comes on after Jimmy Kimmel Live, which would be like 1:30 a.m. Jimmy Kimmel Live is over around, or is Jimmy Kimmel? He's midnight to 1 a.m. It would be 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So Up Late with Miss Piggy is on at 1 a.m., which is a half hour later than not Cold Bear. Who replaced? Who replaced Craig Ferguson?
I just know him as Craig.
Well, I know it's John something. He was in Into the Woods and a couple other British.
He was on Doctor Who. That's what I just call him Craig.
Craig from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And then Seth Meyers. She goes on a half hour after them.
That's nice.
Where she fits into the late night world, but she's a woman, and that's topical.
It is.
Because there are a lot of women not in the late night world currently.
Yeah.
Except for Miss Piggy. Up Late with Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Wait, what time does Chelsea Lately come on? Or is she not doing her show
She's
anymore?
not doing it.
Oh,
She's allegedly going to be on Netflix. But Netflix,
but
I don't think Netflix is...
Sorry, guys, did I touch it? I'm sorry.
I don't think Netflix has learned how to do live yet. Or at least they haven't done anything live yet.
No, not yet.
I'm proud of Miss Piggy for having her own talk show. It makes sense.
I'm hoping that I wonder if we're gonna get a little bit more like sketches into. I mean, clearly Gonzo was pitching one, so that would be a great way to do sort of the classic Muppets variety stuff without making it feel forced. We did get the Imagine Dragon. It felt like
that felt so good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I loved that.
It felt like a late night show.
It did.
Like a real late night show because they just cut to Imagine Dragons playing.
James Cormer, or wait, it's
James Corden.
Corden, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
James Corden is the gentleman who took over for Craig Ferguson.
Yeah.
I like him.
Craig Ferguson, who will hopefully take over for Jenna Coleman. I'm making that up right now, but I would love for him to be the next
I had to stitch that together, like, because it came so out of nowhere.
I do that.
We'll talk about the Doctor Who After Show is in 30 minutes.
Can we talk about the Muppets, please?
Yes, the Muppets. The guests in this episode were fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
I was like, Elizabeth Banks, you're feisty.
Miss Piggy's feud with Elizabeth Banks, like, fueled by craziness aside, she was great in the episode. I love the stunts that they did with the Muppets, where she throws Scooter.
Uh-huh.
I was like, come on, Scooter.
Scooter's way too smart for that. What?
I just thought it was weird.
I hope at some point in the season we get a little explanation to why Scooter's still with Kermit when he could easily be making billions of dollars at Google. Because that was or maybe not. Maybe that was a part of the movie and he's just an actor. Either or.
I don't know.
He's a stage manager.
Yeah.
He's a stage manager. Never mind.
I thought Bobo was the stage manager.
Bobo is the stage manager.
Bobo's
I thought he was the assistant for Kermit.
I think he's Kermit's assistant. That makes more sense.
Is he assistant or assistant director?
Assistant director, maybe? Because they're standing at the podium together.
Or he's a producer.
Probably producer.
He's a producer.
I don't know. It's hard to tell who has what.
Yeah. I think he's supposed to be a producer.
Okay.
But I just love, in my mind, like, I just keep seeing the visual of, like, when he jumps back onto the trolley. It's like, you haven't seen the Mary Poppins stage. Oh, man. So good. And then we had Tom Bergeron.
I felt there was a room full of dancing stars and you picked Tom.
I haven't got on the elevator yet. I'll still do it.
He was so eager to do the show.
I know what side of my bread is buttered.
No.
Like, if I can be on this show, I should be on this show.
Yeah. I mean, it's been always in the Muppet movies, the guest stars just like make it so much better because everyone's willing to do a Muppets cameo.
Yeah.
Because like Tom Bergeron, he probably filmed for a day.
Yep.
And he's on the set. He like walked across the lot, filmed for a day, and now he's on the Muppets. And that they have that kind of pull.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they can continue to.
Well, I heard that they have a lot of big name stars that are supposed to be.
Yeah, Steve, you had a little.
I have a list.
Going.
Well, next week next week we will see Josh Groban, Lawrence we'll see Josh Groban as himself, Lawrence Fishburne, it doesn't say as himself, and then Leah Thompson and Reza Islam.
Okay.
And Reza Islam, he comes on Real Time with Bill Maher a lot. I think it was a couple years ago. He was, I believe, on Fox News or somewhere, even not that ridiculous, trying to they were trying to tell him that he's a Muslim and he can't talk about Jesus, and he was like, "I'm a theology scholar," and it was this big thing on the internet where someone tried to tell him what he can and can't say.
All right, we're getting real serious here.
But that's
The Muppets!
next week. Maybe they'll cover it.
That'd be interesting.
Maybe Sam the Eagle will have it out with him. In the writer's room.
Don't even joke about that. I would love that.
It'll probably not be about religion.
I know.
Ricky Lindholm is also here of Garfunkel and
Oh,
Oates.
yes.
As Fozzie's girlfriend.
Also, Topher Grace. Topher Grace was in the 10-minute first look, so he's pretty much confirmed upcoming.
Okay.
Also upcoming, we just don't know when, Reese Witherspoon, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jennifer Lawrence, Sofia Vergara, Kerry Washington, Topher Grace, as I said, and Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Not Chris Hemsworth.
I heard that there was a rumor that Liam Hemsworth was supposed to be Miss Piggy's new boo, even though apparently she's just sleeping with everybody, because in one of the promos she was sleeping with Nathan Fillion too. So
I mean, wouldn't we all though?
no, in a heartbeat. In a freaking heartbeat. But yes.
But so with Fozzie and his girlfriend Holly, I believe it was it
Yes.
Holly or Becky?
Becky.
Somebody else is named Holly.
Holly. I know. No, I'm not like.
We'll get there.
I heard
we'll
of the
get
name
there.
Holly.
Holly somewhere.
His
Yeah,
mo-
it's okay.
Her mom is Holly.
Okay.
Becky's
can't-
mom is Holly.
Becky.
Played by Megan Faye, and Gier Burns, who we see all over the place. He's Carl, who is the mother.
Yeah.
The father.
The dad
the
was
mother
just
father.
a jerk.
Yeah, the dad is like
Giant
a
jerk.
giant racist, like
Yeah.
against bears.
Or bearist, I guess. Like, I love how she's like, oh, I could have, if I knew you were, I could have had it raw for you. And Becky's just like,
You catch it in the river, don't you?
I get mine at Costco.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay. I was like,
Where would they, if you had kids, where would they go to the bathroom? In the woods?
I was like, come on, Dad, relax.
It was a great thing. And then, of course, the last guest that we got was Imagine Dragons.
Hey, Animal, you should come on the road with us sometime.
Too many
What was it?
women, too many towns.
And I was like, Animal,
Animal is an animal.
obviously.
And I love Miss Piggy. Big fan since they booked you. I feel like that's like the most honest thing a late night host could ever say.
Nothing wrong with
Big
that.
fan that you showed up on time and are not being a problem. Huge fan of that. That's,
Yeah.
I appreciate.
But you're here.
And we've got some more stuff to discuss before we get into. We'll do a rundown of some more of like the things that we like that we saw. Before we do that, I want to do a quick. Not just an iTunes reminder, because there's also a challenge in this, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it.
Love it.
So guys, here's you've heard, if you've listened to any AfterBuzz show before, you've heard the iTunes spiel. You've heard us talk about the fact that you can help us, it helps the network, it helps other people find the show on iTunes, on YouTube, all the places, SoundCloud. Go on there, hit us with a review, hit us with a rating. If you can go onto this is the challenge that I pose to you guys. If you go onto iTunes and by the end of the season, you can get us to 25 reviews, not just ratings. I want 25 reviews. You only have to write like one word. Love it. That's it. That's 2 words. But whatever. You can just write great.
You can write
Whatever
love it. You can write love it without a space.
There you go.
You
That'd
could.
be one word.
I want 25 reviews, and if you do that, I will show you on this program the footage of me at 4 years old when I was on Sesame Street.
Shut up. Are
I'm
you
not.
serious?
I'm not kidding. When I was 4, I was a background in a few episodes, and then I was right in front of the camera. And I won't tell you the specifics, but I was on Sesame Street.
Oh my god.
And anyone hearing our voices right now who thinks, I can go Google that. No,
No,
you
I
can't.
hit it.
can't.
You won't know where it is.
No, but what I'm saying is if you have that much commitment to like, I can go find one episode of Sesame Street, which has
Yeah,
had
good
thousands,
luck.
it's way easier to just write us a review.
Yeah.
Just do that.
It'll save you time. Just need 20. I want 25 reviews, and I will show it to you.
I can't blame you because I was a Barney kid for a little bit.
What?
So
I
at
don't-
50.
Sure, I don't have to talk to my mom. I think she might still have the
50.
tape somewhere. We'll see.
At
I'm
50
not gonna guarantee it just in case
At
if I can't
50,
find
she
it.
will-
Barney's whatever. Mine were Muppets.
Yeah.
At 50, she will call her mom and ask.
There you go.
I wasn't on any.
But yeah, so I'm not kidding. I will show it.
I went to Sesame Place.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't even get to do that.
I'm from Philadelphia. It's right there.
Okay, so what else? But getting back to this episode, what else did you guys really enjoy about this episode?
I liked, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I liked seeing that they actually had the breakup moment on.
That was
Yeah.
and
All over
not
the internet.
and not made you hold out for it.
Yeah. I really liked that they were just like, we're just going to get it out of the way so we don't have to talk about it. You guys are not figuring it out the whole time, and then we're just going to move on from there.
But I also like the character development that they're both dealing with that kind of pain. Like they're both dealing with like legitimate emotional pain
Yeah.
and trauma from that.
Yeah.
And like they had to deal with that for probably 22 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
On top of putting a show together and having like 5 celebrity guests a week and all that stuff.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's the first thing that you hear on this episode is, I'm the executive producer. It's tough being the executive producer of a show starring your ex. He looks like he
looks
parks
right up.
in front of a giant. Imagine driving into work every day, and
God.
it's bad enough when they like aren't Instagram.
Yeah, no, it's just like that's your parking spot is right in front of your ex's face. Blown up. It's
Yeah.
a giant wall. Like, that's just rough.
Then you have to like get into arguments and.
Yeah. And it's her show. Like, holy crap. I don't know. I think it's crazy. I'm also glad that Fozzie was technically, he found love.
He really found love.
I'm really happy for him.
Well, there's something also they gave us legs to move forward, but also like something about Fozzie that it's like, I don't care about my parents. I don't need their validation. He's like, nope, not good enough.
You want a mug?
We're gonna keep going.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about it all. It's so good, it's so good. I'm just like looking through my notes, all these things. Sam the Eagle, like you can't say crotchety, twiddle, and gesticulate.
That just means movement with your hands. What did he say? And it's a movement to your hands leads to shaking your hands, and then that leads to making babies.
And that's a reference to Elvis. That was literally what they said about Elvis.
Animal think frog plant dicey.
Oh man, I just loved the episode. I didn't realize until I was watching it that it was only 30 minutes. I don't know why I thought it was going to be longer than that.
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, an hour for a comedy is always a little long.
Yeah, of course.
Unless it's like an action-based comedy, like Chuck or something. But
oh man,
when this finished, I was like, was that a half hour already?
Yeah.
Like it was so good. It was so fast-paced. The jokes were hilarious, very timely. Like a lot of them won't necessarily hold up over time, which is that's just I think that's you're doing a late night show. Late night is topical, and the Muppets have always been a little bit topical. When you have guest stars, it's just what you do. But I was smiling the whole time.
Yes, and I was laughing a lot, or we were both laughing the whole time when we were watching it.
Yeah.
So.
Great stuff. So before we leave, I want to do every week I want to do a Muppets fan poll for you guys that we're gonna just do via Twitter. Real easy. And for this week, I want to know, and we'll ask the panel today as well. Who is your favorite Muppet? Just of all time, for any reason, who they are. Use the Twitter hashtag ABTV Muppets to tweet it at us. You can, if you can't fit our Twitter, we'll be checking just the hashtag ABTV Muppets, and we'll find it, and we'll see what responses you guys have.
And obviously not Jim Henson Studios, specifically Muppets. Or can it be like Big Bird and Sesame? Like, does it expand?
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask. I was like,
does it expand to greater Muppets?
Let's stick to the Muppets.
The pure Muppets.
Okay.
Yeah. I say Fozzie.
Yeah, I was also
Fozzie?
gonna say
Obviously.
mine's between Fozzie and Kermit. It's always been those two.
I love Kermit. Of like the core Muppets, I'd say Kermit.
Yeah.
But, and I guess this is cheating a little bit because it's two, but Statler and Waldorf
Oh, God.
Yeah,
have
how could I ever
always
forget them?
been my favorites because I know they're just like one line like jokes, but
matter, they're so
lose
good.
it every
Has
time.
anyone seen, there's a tiny segment of Muppet Babies where Statler and Waldorf show up as just like adults but not old men.
Really?
Yes.
I have not seen that.
I have to find that link so when people tweet at me, I could give it to them. But I found that happens. It's not as impressive as it sounds, but it's still worth seeing.
Yeah.
Also, watch more Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
Why would you know?
Looks like two people in the chat, Potess and Dignature, say Gonzo is their favorite.
That's cool, but use the hashtag ABTV Muppets, and we'll discuss it next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and we'll discuss the answers next week on the show. Any last thoughts on this or favorite jokes like before we say our goodbyes?
No, I'm just really excited to see what other antics they can get themselves into with the show. Mostly, since again, like I brought up that 30 Rock was always unpredictable to a point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like they can, and The Office and everything like that. So I feel like with this type of content, I feel like they can pretty much do anything, especially since they're the Muppets. It's going to be on a totally different level, and I'm really excited to see how that works out.
All of that, and I just can't wait for more Muppets.
I need more. Yeah. I need more.
We're going to keep getting more and more Muppets. I just want more. I love the TV stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like because we don't have 30 Rock anymore. Yeah. This is going to be fun. And now Electric Mayhem, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
And Bobo, the stage manager, is telling it to wrap it up. Or it's a tornado. I don't know.
Also, someone's asking for ratings news. They did 9 million.
Oh, wow.
9 million's a good start for a network half hour.
Also, according to Wikipedia, so don't.
Yeah, you
don't take it as fact. Take it as a Wikipedia
they're
fact.
They're fairly good, but we're still within the 3 days for
the DVR
live plus 3.
Yeah, the live plus 3, so it could be more.
They'll get a little bit of a boost from that. I don't think the Muppets are going anywhere.
Yeah, especially what it is with that number. It's not that 9 million because that 9 million's great. What it is that they dropped to 4.
Yeah, well, it's a pilot. The first episode, it will drop.
From episode 1, episode 2, it's all about the percent retention. Mm-hmm. So as long as let's say 10 million, just for easy math, as long as they retain 8.
Yeah,
they retain 8 of the 10. No one's even going to bother. Yeah. Everyone likes this show. It's a hit. It'll maintain 8.
If you can keep 80%, that's unreal.
That's
crazy. They'd be lucky to keep 60.
Yeah, realistically.
But we'll see. We'll see how the ratings come in for next week. But we'll be back. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Just before we sign off, let you know we will be taping this show every week at our regularly scheduled time, which is Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. That's when we'll be talking about it normally. So you'll be able to watch it that night, right after it airs.
Also, if you're listening to us on iTunes through your phone, you'll just hear us when you hear us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's nice.
All right.
Waka.
Oh man.
Well, that's gonna do it for.
I thought that was great.
Thank you.
For this week at AfterBuzz TV's Muppets After Show. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Steve Kaufmann, where can people keep up with you till next week?
People can keep up with me. I'm at Steve Kaufmann, KAUFMANN. If you're a fan of Heroes Reborn, about 2 hours I'll be covering that, probably in this very room. Thank you.
Okay.
Waka waka.
Alexis Torres.
You can find me all over social media as atorres890. Also, don't forget to follow. As you can see, we have a new studio, so don't forget to follow our other 2 sister networks, Popcorn Talk and Black Hollywood Live.
And you guys can tweet at me at ThatZachWilson, ThatZachWilson. And also later tonight, the Doctor Who After Show is finally back. So many other shows, Dominion that we're doing tonight, and then I've got a bunch more coming up. You can check out my Twitter to find out more. Guys, I'm Zach Wilson, and thanks for geeking out with us.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.